Hello viewers. As we all know, the libraries procure various kinds of documents like books, journals, theses and dissertations, maps, newspapers and magazines. They hold them, they process them, they organize them and display them for users to use. The libraries want the users to make maximum use of these resources. Whenever they have time, they can make use of these resources by borrowing them whenever they have time and use them beyond the boundaries of the libraries. So today we will focus on the circulation work in libraries. The circulation section is responsible for linking the documents with the users, or it is responsible for connecting the users with the documents. As this screenshot shows the circulation desk which is there in the libraries. So today we'll focus on circulation desk, its importance, functions of circulation desk or counter or section, different types of charging systems and concept of RFID. Circulation desk or counter. Every library has a circulation desk or counter. It is generally located near the entrance of the library. It is a service point from where the books are issued and returned. The circulation desk is staffed by trained persons in order to handle circulation system and other queries of the readers. Then the circulation section or circulation counter, in some libraries it is known as circulation section. It links the collections to the readers and thus supports the first two laws of library science. This section ensures the use of books by readers by offering them issue and return facilities. Circulation work refers to all activities performed and procedures adopted for registration of users, issue and return of documents, maintaining statistics, gate register, property counter and lockers. The circulation procedures exist to facilitate readers' access to books held by the library. That means it acts as a link, it performs various activities, it follows various procedures to ensure that all books which have been procured by the library are put into use, are put in circulation. Now coming to scope of circulation work. Registration of members. Usually circulation work, whenever the new students join the school or join the college or university, they are registered in the library. So this circulation section or circulation desk, it registers the members. That means they are registered and they are provided this kind of library card. As you can see, this is a library card which usually a library gives. It's a bar-coded card. Usually libraries provide bar-coded cards to their users. These bar-coded cards have all the details with regard to users. And whenever this bar-coded card is scanned, all the details of the users, they are displayed on the screen. Then circulation section, it maintains a database of all the users. All the users are given this barcoded laminated card. Charging and discharging, that means books are issued out and books are returned to the library. Then the circulation section, it renews, that means once the books have been issued to the students and students feel they are yet to finish using the book, they still want to read it more, they still want to use it more, then they can renew the same book. This is known as renewal. Then recall. Library, once the books have been issued and the library, if some other registered user comes and if he needs it, or if the book has to be returned, or if the library wants to undertake, say, stock verification process, then this library has the right, it is very much within its right to recall the book. That means once the books have been issued to the students, library on some emergency basis can recall the books, can ask the readers to return the book instantly. Then reservation. Under this, a user may be, usually in libraries, what happens is that books are issued on first come and first served basis. If a book has been issued to some user and other registered user wants to use that book, then that book which has been issued is put on hold, it is reserved. for the other user who has requested for the book. So when the book is reserved, that means when the book is returned to the library, the other user who has requested for the book, he will be informed that the book has been returned, and he can come to collect it. So this is what is done in reservation, that the request is considered, and when the book is returned back by the user, it is put on hold, and that user who has requested for the book is given preference. Collection of overdue fines and fees. When the books are issued, certain rules are followed. Books have to be returned within the stipulated time period. And when the students don't return the books by the mentioned deadlines, then they have to pay overdue fines and fees. And this circulation section is responsible for collecting overdue fines and fees. Then gate register. You must have observed that whenever you visit some library, you have to sign in, you have to provide your details. And so the maintenance of gate register or property counter is where you can submit your personal belongings or personal books before you enter. So maintenance of gate register, property counter and lockers, this is the responsibility, or this comes under the scope of circulation work. Circulation section, it hands books to the users, that means it issues them books. It keeps records of what has been given to whom, what has been returned, or what is overdue now. That means it keeps all the details of the books which have been issued to different users and what is overdue now. When the books, documents are returned to the library, it is the duty of the circulation staff to put them back on shelves at the right places, get them repaired if the need be. The circulation section has record of all the books which are issued to the students, which are still on the shelves, which are most likely to be misplaced or hidden. Now coming to what is the aim, what are the different aims of circulation work or circulation section. An efficient circulation section aims at ensuring maximum use of library material by the users. It does so by adopting proper procedures, systems for charging and discharging, and maintaining relevant records. It also aims at answering following questions: if a book has been used or not, if so, to whom it has been issued, when it is due for return, which books have not been returned in time, statistics of the issued books, to whom a certain book is issued, identification of a particular reader, how many books can a reader borrow, how many books are issued to a particular reader, for how many days a particular reader can keep a book. So all these statistics, they are maintained by circulation section. It also has since it has the details of all the books which are in circulation, which have been issued, libraries or administration can easily find out what are the books which are very much in demand. For example, through circulation figures or through circulation statistics, it can be easily made out, it can be easily figured whether books on a particular subject are being used heavily, or there are certain books which are not in circulation at all. So collection can be strengthened, can be modified, even reading can be done by considering, by evaluating the statistics which are available with the circulation section. So statistics, we have seen that statistics data or statistics being provided by the circulation section, they are very important. For how many days a particular book has been issued, how much overdue charge is due from a particular reader, how much fine has been collected on a particular day, which reader has reserved a particular book, how many books have been reserved by the readers. So this kind of data and statistics, they are made available in the circulation section. Then there are rules and procedures which have to be followed. There are certain rules and procedures which the circulation section follows, and it prepares them for the users to follow. It offers certain borrowing privileges. That means a user is entitled to borrow a certain number of books, maybe 3 items at a time, or he can borrow 4 books at a time for 15 days or so. So these are certain rules and procedures which are fixed for the users and they have to follow accordingly. If they have to, if they can use a book, they can borrow a book for 12 days and they have to keep it for 12 days, and if they are not in a position to return the book with immediately after 12 days, then they'll have to pay a fine. So all these things are finalized by the circulation section. And there are certain categories of documents which are not issued out. For example, reference books or current issues of the journals, they are not issued out or they are not checked out to the users. Then let's talk about the methods which we follow in circulation. It's register system, card system and automated system. In register system, a register is maintained by the libraries and daily transactions are recorded sequentially by writing author, title of the book and reader's name to whom the book has been issued or checked out. This method is usually followed in small libraries. This is the system in which two cards are used. One card is for this card system. The one card is for book, known as book card, and the other one is for user or borrower. This card system is commonly followed by the small libraries, and there are two well-known card systems which are known as Brownie system and Newark system. These systems have been named after the proponents or experts who introduced them. These register system and card system, they are still followed in certain libraries, in small libraries or say school libraries. But nowadays, libraries, even school libraries, they have automated their housekeeping operations. That means they are using integrated library system for performing their various routine jobs. For example, this screenshot shows that library use an integrated library system, and this integrated library system has various modules. That means different routine work of the library, for example, reference work or the cataloging work or circulation work or acquisition work, they have been automated. That means libraries perform the duties and responsibilities related to these various sections through computers or through softwares. Computerized circulation system. In a computerized circulation system, there is no need for library to issue and maintain borrowers' cards or tickets. As you saw in card system, there are two cards in implementation. There are two cards which are being used. One is book card and then there are reader tickets too. The number of reader tickets which usually a reader gets, that is according to the borrowing privileges which the library offers. For example, if a student is entitled to borrow 12 books, then he'll have 12 tickets, reader tickets and so on. But in computerized circulation system, what happens is library doesn't follow any card system, but it simply issues a barcoded card system to the users. Every member requires a single card with a unique identification number such as library membership number to be used by the software to access the member database. As I showed you, this is a simple card in which libraries, this is not a reader ticket, it is simply a barcoded card which usually libraries give to their registered users, and all the information is stored in this card. For example, what are the borrowing privileges which are being offered to the users, or number of books which he can borrow, or the status of the user. All these information is stored in this barcoded laminated card. The multiple borrowing facilities are also controlled by the software. The circulation module performs the following activities. It handles activities of lending, return, renewal and reservation. It controls library material, circulation type, location and status, user database, profiles, privileges, computation and payment of overdue fines, lost books, etc. It is all done, it is all controlled through software, that is through integrated library management system which library uses. and users are not given multiple readers ticket, but they are issued when they enter or register themselves with the library. They are issued simple one barcoded laminated card, and which through software all the borrowing privileges and everything is controlled. Circulation functions. A library can circulate documents to its register members, which means only the registered members have the borrowing privileges. Borrowing privileges refer to the number of documents which can be borrowed and the length of loan period. Now coming to procedure which is adopted for charging and discharging through automated system. As soon as the list of new students admitted into various courses in the first year is received, whenever the new students join the system, their data is fed into the computer software and barcode cards are generated which have members. Those cards have the photos of the members, and these barcoded cards are laminated too by the library. Sometimes in some libraries themselves, they in-house prepared the barcoded laminated card, while some libraries they also outsource the work of preparing this barcoded laminated card. That means they outsource the work, they give contract to the outside agency to prepare this barcoded laminated cards. In this system, a barcode scanner is used for reading the barcode from borrower's card, tickets and the book. When the barcodes are scanned and read, the details of both the borrower and the book are displayed on the screen. The library staff just needs to hover or move the barcode scanner over the barcode label and click on the keyboard. As you can see, the screenshot shows a barcoded card and the staff is just hovering the scanner on it, and all the details of the card holder, of the member of the card, of the member of the library is shown on the screen. And all the status is displayed on the screen. How many books has he taken, what are the borrowing privileges, if any fine is due, and all other details are displayed through the single barcoded laminated card. When a book is issued to a borrower, the counter staff scans the barcoded membership number from the member's ID card. Then the barcode from the book is scanned. The software checks out the book according to the privileges granted to the borrower. The printer attached with the computer also generates or print the checkout slip for the borrower. That means whenever a book has to be issued, the simple barcoded laminated card is required, and which is read using the scanner, and all the details are displayed on the screen. And accordingly books can be issued, because the whole status is shown, how many books the user has already taken, how many books are overdue now. So each and every information is showed over there, is displayed on the screen. And if the student or if the student needs to pay some kind of fine, that everything is shown. And accordingly, if a book is issued, if he can take the book, if the book can be issued to him, a checkout slip is also generated, which he needs to show at the time of exit. After this, the book is checked in. When a borrower leaves the university, his or her membership is cancelled and the library issues no dues certificate. The library management software will scan the database to find out if there is any item outstanding against him. Accordingly, he or she will be issued no dues certificate. And this was the circulation system in which we talked about the barcoded laminated card, which usually students were given. Now, some libraries are also using RFID in their circulation work. RFID stands for radio frequency identification. This technology identifies unique items using radio waves. RFID tags are small integrated circuits which are scanned with the radio transmitter. No line of sight or direct contact with tags is required to read them. This technology is being used by some libraries for issue and return of documents. That means all the books have these, in card system all the books have barcoded labels, but when libraries use RFID, all the books have RFID tags attached in them. The books have RFID tags in place of barcode labels. An RFID tag is an important component of RFID system. It stores information relating to the specific item to which it has been fixed. It holds data about identification for a document, proof of ownership, original storage location, loan status, and other bibliographical details of the documents. It is very thin and can be put between the pages, and the reader remains unaware of it. The information contained on microchips in the tags is read using radio frequency technology. And RFID, the use of RFID also facilitates self-issue and self-return. As this screenshot shows, the users can keep the books which they want to check in, which they want to issue on their RFID workstation, and they can issue the books to themselves. They can do it by themselves, and while returning the book to they can do it by themselves. This is what is being facilitated by RFID, self issue and self return. So now we have seen in our presentation that circulation libraries procure different kinds of documents like books, journals, newspapers and magazines. They also procure online resources, and their aim is to ensure optimum use of these resources. So books are procured, they are processed, they are organized, they are put on display, and the libraries ensures that these are put to use, these are circulated among the users. So the circulation section has immense importance in any library, because we can say it is the face which introduces the library. Whenever you will enter, you will find a circulation desk at the entrance itself, and it is staffed by very qualified people who does the circulation work. At the same time, they handle other kinds of reference queries too. So in this presentation, we have seen the importance of circulation desk, how it circulates, how it links the documents to the users and ensures its optimum use. The different functions which are performed at the circulation desk. We have seen different the manual system which is being followed in various libraries like register system or card system. Then there are libraries which are following computerized system of circulation. And then we have also talked about how some libraries are using radio frequency identification or RFID in their circulation work. This RFID can also be used for inventory control, and it is also used for security reasons. So we talked about the importance of circulation work today, and thank you very much for watching my video.